Iain Lee on Absolute Radio. Absolute Radio.
So, if you missed Thursday's show, it would have sounded something like this.
Back to the phones. Harry is in Piccadilly next. Hi, Harry.
Hi there, Harry from Piccadilly Circus.
Okay, what did you want to say, Harry? This is about Diane's situation, isn't it?
Is that about the 16-year-old going out with the 21-year-old?
That's the one.
What I'd say really is I think that her mother should try to stop this relationship.
But how, Harry? That's the point.
For the simple reason, she must. Is she made or is she on her own the 16-year-old's mother?
I don't know, actually. Diane doesn't make a... She didn't tell me.
Say or not?
No, she hasn't told me if she's married.
Because I think she'd interrogate him very well, or as much as she could, and then try and split the relationship for the simple reason a man matures at 21, but a 16-year-old girl is not really a woman.
Let's go to line one. Line one, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, this is Pitcher Phil with Absolute Baseball. In weekend action, it was Detroit over the Jays 10-4, the Yankees over the White Sox 2-1, Tampa Bay over Boston 5-3, and the Mets over Houston 5-1. Tonight it's Toronto at Tampa Bay and Anaheim at Seattle. So till next time, see you in the bullpen.
It's what I like to call a bank holiday. How are you, Eloise?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm in agony. I'm in actual agony for many, many reasons, but also putting a slight sheen on it. I am off my face. I have had so many drugs this weekend. It's amazing.
Have you got a rubber ring to sit on now?
I've not got a rubber ring. At home I've been using... when you're pregnant, you get these sort of... these cushions that are curved a bit. I don't know what they're for, really, but I've been sitting on that, and that's been protected. For those who are new to the show, I had an arse operation on Friday, and Jesus, I feel awful. I should not have come in tonight. I had my first... I'm going to say it, dear listener, if you're a sensitive disposition, Vicky Blight's still in the building, cover your ears. I had my first poo today since Thursday.
Oh.
And I'm glad the house was empty because I was screaming like a banshee. It was awful. It was awful. I am off my face on painkillers. I've got some... They gave me 2 sets of painkillers. They gave me ones that aren't very strong. I've not had those. And ones that are very, very strong. I've had lots of those. And it's like taking acid, man. It's like that. As soon as you... I've never had a general anaesthetic. You've had it, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's so much they don't tell you. They don't tell you that once you've had a general anaesthetic, you can't pee.
This didn't happen to me.
Oh, it happened to me. What they do is they keep you in until you pee, and then they go, OK, your bladder's working, you can go.
Really?
And I didn't... I was getting bored, you know. I felt fine. So I said, I've had a pee. I hadn't really. Like, a dribble had come out, and I thought, well, that's enough. And so I was getting ready to go, and then I started having a whitey, and I was sweating, and I nearly fainted. And the nurse said, right, he's got to lie down for another half an hour. I'm thinking, oh, no, my wife's up there. I want to go home. And then, 20 minutes later, I went, I'm all right now, nurse. I'm just going to go. And I sort of went, and it was horrible. But so I've not peed since... I peed on Sunday, was the first time I peed. I spent all of Saturday just stood at the toilet, holding little Ian, and wanting to wee, but nothing was just going out. And I just stood there going, why is this not happening?
Where's it going then?
Well, it's just not coming out at all. It's just building up.
Do you feel bursting all the time?
I did feel bursting all the time. I can sort of wee now on demand sometimes, like 50-50. But so I had the anaesthetic, right? The anaesthetic's amazing. Now listen, I've not had drugs I'm 4 weeks off not having drugs for 6 years, okay? And I don't really have any kind of mood-altering thing or anything like that. I've given up caffeine and alcohol and all of those things. So I'm, really kind of a clean life. And they took me into the anaesthetic, right? And I was so nervous. They give you 2 gowns to put on, and one goes on back to front so they can see your bum. The other one goes over, and I didn't know which was which. So I'm naked in this cubicle, and I kept putting them on, and then going, oh no, this is the wrong way around. So then I'd take it off and put the other, and I was going, oh no, this is terrible. I thought, do you know what? It doesn't really matter. So they they don't wheel you in. You have to walk to the anaesthetic, then you get on the bed. And this nurse came and says, well, I'm going to give you an anaesthetic. You're going to get 2 injections. First one's going to make you feel a bit drunk, and it's quite nice, she said. And the second one will knock you out completely. And I said, what happens if I wake up in the middle of the operation? She says, you won't. And I said, but what happens if I wake up and I can feel everything, but I can't speak and tell you? She said, well, why are you asking me? That won't happen. But so she gave me the first injection. The first injection, it was amazing. I don't know what it was. It was amazing, but suddenly my eyes are like darts just firing all around the room. I'm going, Jesus, man. And I was swearing. I was going, this is effing good stuff, man. And then she gave me another injection. She says, right, you'll be out in 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and I was gone.
Well, did you do your counting game?
I didn't get the time to do the counting. I was suddenly out of it. There's me thinking, this is nice. I'm going to have a bit more of these visuals. And then I was out of it. And then the next thing I know, literally, like a second later, there's a nurse going, Mr. Lee, time to wake up. It's finished. Why have you woken me up? I'm asleep. And then as soon as she woke up, my bum...
Killed.
Oh, it was killing me. And the first thing she said was, do you want some morphine? I went, yes, give me some of that. And she gave me some. She goes, I've given you quite a big dose. Is that feeling any better? I went, no, I want some more morphine. She said, are you sure? I said, yeah, double the dose. So she gave me double morphine. And then a bit later on, I said, can I get some more morphine? They said, no, you've had more than you're allowed.
Oh.
So I'd had the limit of what I was allowed. And then I spent the afternoon just kind of...
do you regret having it all at once now, then?
All the drugs?
Yeah.
All the morphine? Yeah, I should have spread it out over the weekend. That's what I used to do. But no, and then I spent most of the afternoon lying on a bed, and then I got up to go to the loo, and I was out of it. I was all over the place. And it's never nice when you stand up to go to the loo and you turn and look at the bed, and where your arse has been, there's just loads of blood. That's never nice. That's never a nice sight. And then I managed to go home, and I've just spent the weekend in agony. Yeah. Agony. And I should not have come in. I came in on the bus, and I was feeling sick. The thing is, I'm sorry, dear listener, this is what has happened this weekend. I have to share this. This has been my life. I emptied my bowels today at about 12 o'clock. Then I went to bed for 5 hours and slept for 5 hours. I was so exhausted. That. But then... just before I got on the bus, I thought, I've been taking laxatives all week. On yesterday, Saturday, I took a week's worth of laxatives in one day.
That's so bad for you.
It wasn't happening. And then on the way here, before I came out, I thought, I better take some more laxatives.
Oh, God.
And I got to the bus stop, I thought, oh, no.
Feeling the gurgles.
Oh, and there's a rumble in the jungle. I shouldn't have done that. And then by the time I got here, it was too late, and it had all gone back up.
Oh,
I've had a horrible weekend, Eloise. Do you want to have a look? I'll show you my...
What?
Oh, do you not want to see?
No.
Okay, I was going to show you my stitches. My anal stitches. So it basically, I'm feeling awful. Okay, I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm doing a Ben Jones here. I might not be in tomorrow. I should not have come in today. There's no way I should have come in today, and I'm booking it already. I may be bunking off tomorrow. I really don't know how. The only reason I came in today is because it was a bank holiday, and I knew that it's difficult for Paul Sylvester to get off his lazy backside and answer the phone on a bank holiday Monday and phone up someone. So that's why I came in. But tomorrow, I'm warning you now, dear listener, it may not be me. So, tonight we have several questions stemming from those. We can talk about anything, of course, as is always the way. But the pain, just pain. What's the most pain you've ever had? Ladies, don't phone in and say having a baby. I'm not interested. What I had done to me on Friday was more painful than having a baby. And I know because my wife's had a baby.
Did she say that it sounded more painful? No, she said it didn't sound anywhere near as bad. I said, but you don't know that. You don't know that. So, the most pain you've ever felt, 0330 123 12 15. And also, have you ever been at work and been completely off your face? Because that, dear listener, is the predicament I find myself in now. Years ago, it used to be a regular thing, and I could handle it, but it's new to me again, and I can't even look straight. I can barely look at you, Eloise. My mind is firing off in 100 different directions. I feel a bit woozy. I'm clenching my buttocks. I'm in a mess. I'm in a mess. 0330 123. Happy bank holiday. 0330 123 12 15 is the telephone number if you can answer that, any of those questions. There's also another thing I need to... I'm doing a best man... I'm a best man at someone's wedding in 2 weeks. Right? 12 days, I guess it is now. And I have not written the best man speech. And I had a little go last week. And then I was planning to do it today, but I was just lying on the sofa going... And I've got like 12 days to write a best man speech. And I don't know what to do. Don't get any of the lines off the internet.
Oh, this is you, and you. I've been to weddings where they've done this, and you know that they've done that. And I did look online, and there are sites where you can just copy and paste whole speeches and just put in the person's name.
I once went to a wedding, and the best man and the father of the bride had the same speech practically.
No.
You had to change it all.
No way. That's so lazy. I did have a look just to see how bad they were. And it is, you type in the age of the person, their interests, where they work, and then it will generate a speech for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's so lazy.
Very lazy.
I have been emailing a few friends, because my memory is shot to pieces, and this guy is the nicest guy in the world, and I can only remember one...
It's a good story.
I can remember one good story about him, and it's too filthy to tell. I can only allude to it in the speech, and 4 other people will get it.
So
It's the filthiest story ever. So I've emailed some friends, and have you got some stories that are a little bit rude but aren't filthy about this guy? Because I don't remember anything. I've got a couple of things, but I don't... So, the best man speeches, if you've ever done one, 0330 123 1215. If you were at a wedding and there was a disastrous best man speech where it went badly. A friend of mine did a brilliant best man speech where he had a flip chart and he drew a picture of the groom's brain and the bride's brain and what was missing from each one and how when their brains went together they filled in the gap. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We are talking about the most pain you've ever felt, being off your face at work, and best man speeches. 0330 123 1215. Let's go to Rod. Good evening, Rod.
Hiya, how you doing?
I'm terrible.
I know. What's the matter with your bum?
I had anal fissure.
What? Can you explain to us what that is?
That's a hole in my bum. That's not my bum.
Right. So how did that happen?
Through.
Can you explain that to us?
I cannot explain that. That's private.
Okay. Well, you keep that to yourself.
Thank you, sir.
I'll talk to you about my pain.
Yes, Rod.
Worst pain I ever had. Used to have slam door trains on South East trains. And got into this train once, holding the door open for my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, she's an ex now, you know.
Yeah.
And I had my thumb in the crease of the door.
Oh.
Slammed it.
Oh.
The door didn't shut. And I thought, why is this door not shutting?
So you did it again?
Well, she tried it again.
Oh.
She said, I'll pull it. And of course, my thumb, you know, as it was, so, you know... Between Petswood and Orpington, I was actually puking up on the train.
Jesus.
Pain, just so painful.
Did the nail come off?
Yeah, the nail, it was blood, claret everywhere.
I've shut, when I was a kid, my mum locked my middle finger in the door of her Mini. She slammed the door shut and locked it, and then I went... And she then unlocked it, and that was very unpleasant. But yeah, it's a painful thing, Rod. And did you get any treatment for that?
How did it go again in the Mini?
Sorry?
How did it go again in the Mini?
It went...
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you, Rod. There we go. I remembered something I was going to... I warn you now, dear listener, I am... that was it. So I'm at home and very kindly, my wife's parents, I had to look after the baby because Fandango was working at the weekend. And Friday afternoon I said, there is no way I'm going to be able to look after the boy. Can you get your mum up to help? Because I just can't do it. And I'm so glad they came up and they did a brilliant job. But then Sunday, they went out with the boy and Fandango was at work. And I was downstairs, just come downstairs to get some laxative and some bum cream. And the phone rang, and I answered it, and it was Maria, one of my wife's Greek cousins from Greece. She went, Iain! Yes, hello, Maria, how are you? I'm fine! How is your bum today? And it turns out the whole Greek family knew about it. All the Greeks had been told what was going on. You know, yes, I know I've come onto the radio and confessed that is the situation, but none of the family or friends listen to this rubbish because they have no interest in my life whatsoever. But my wife had gone round and told everyone what it was I had done. Oh, well. We'll get there in the end. Danny's on the M25. Good evening, Danny. Danny? Hello, Danny. He's gone. Well, that's a good start to the show, isn't it? 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. We're talking about the most painful thing that's ever happened to you. Being off your face at work and best man speeches. Have you done one? Have you been at a wedding where there was a terrible one? 0330 123 1215.
This is the Absolute Radio. Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
evening, dear listener. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio, starting at 10 this evening because it's a bank holiday. I don't know why that means we have to start it in. I don't quite know what the difference is about bank holidays, except the TV is rubbish. All day, utter tosh. What did I watch today? I watched a bit of Coronation Street, where the man got to drive a train. Why did they let him drive a train? I mean, you wouldn't... He was driving that train on his own. You wouldn't be shoveling coal in your wedding suit either. And then the transsexual was on a separate part of the train and the train went a different direction and they were running along the track and they actually found one of those things that only exist in Laurel and Hardy films. You know, the sort of train platforms where it's got a handle and you up, down, up, down, up, down. They don't really exist, do they? Has anyone ever seen an up, down on a train line, ever? I don't believe it for 1 second. Let's go to Libsy Lou's dad. Hello, Libsy Lou's dad.
Yeah. At my brother's wedding, his best man...
We can hear what they're talking about.
Hello?
Yeah, so what happened at your brother's wedding?
My brother's wedding, that was the least of my... I've got three really good...
Who was that telling you what to say then?
My daughter.
Oh, is that Libsy Lou?
That's Libsy Lou, yeah.
Okay. Hello, Libsy Lou!
Hello, Libsy Lou. She's saying hello.
Hello, okay, so but she was priming you on what to say. Why can't she say these things herself?
Because I was phoning you about my wedding.
Oh, okay, well, in that case, let's hear it.
It's actually funnier.
Okay, good. We don't want to hear Libsy Lou's rubbish story then, no way.
Do you want to know about my wedding?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, I'd put on a little bit of weight between getting the ring and getting married, and it didn't quite fit. So we drove around Covent Garden, trying to get my ring stretched.
Hello,
and,
yes, that's the right place.
My best man, as part of his speech, told this story that we were driving around Covent Garden looking for a jeweller's to get the bridegroom's ring stretched.
Yep.
And my other mate, Spike, laughed so much that he fell off his chair.
Fantastic. There you go,
but
you see.
Nobody else laughed. Nobody got it.
He was the only person laughing.
He was the only person, yeah.
Well, you open up a whole new can of worms, Libsy Lou's dad, and I'm going to stay there a second. I'm going to put this out as a topic. Where have you been where you are the only person laughing at a joke? There must be other instances. I've been sat in plays before where I've been the only person laughing at stuff that I think's hilarious, and the rest of the theatre's been deadly silent.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah, have you ever done a spike? That's what we'll call it. Have you ever pulled a spike? There we go. Anything else, Libsy Lou's dad? This
is actually about Libsy Lou.
Okay.
At my best man's wedding...
Yes.
I was doing this wonderful best man speech, because I was best man to my best man. And at the punchline of all of my jokes, I got this little tug on my sleeve from this little girl called Libsy Lou.
Uh-oh.
And she was just, go away, go away. And it was in Ireland, and it was a very well-crafted speech, or it had been.
And she came and ruined the whole blooming speech?
She did, yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. But it was in Ireland, so it was okay, because I said the Americans are getting the best of the Irish, so they all loved it.
There we go. I don't quite know what that... Thank you, Libsy Lou. I don't know what that reference means there, but... So, this is the thing. You can't... Eloise, you can't put jokes, like proper jokes, into a best man speech, can you?
Not like knock, who's there sort of thing.
Yeah, you can't, there was an Englishman, an Irishman and a Jew, and you can't do those kind of things, can you?
You've got to they have to be relative.
They've got to be stories about him, haven't they?
Yeah,
and
I'd say so.
Not a couple of months before I got married, we went to a friend's wedding, and my father-in-law came to the wedding, and the best man at this wedding told filthy stories, like about
oh, no.
Everything, really filthy. And, really inappropriate.
That is massively inappropriate.
And he was sat next to the grandmother. And my father-in-law, the man who was to become my father-in-law, turned to me and said, your best man won't be doing a speech like that, will he? And I said, oh, no, Peter, of course he won't. And then I'm outside and I'm phoning up my mate going, listen, you can't do anything rude in the best man speech. But it was so inappropriate. I mean, really, filthy. And I'm worried that I have a tendency to be a little bit blue. And I'm worried that I'm going to judge it wrong and... Oh, I'm so nervous.
Or you might be hyped up from the crowd because you do this show Ian, don't you?
Woo!
And so you might show Ian.
I might show Ian. I might show little Ian if they're lucky. I'm wearing a kilt. I'll be wearing a kilt.
You might show little Ian.
I might show little Ian there. Do I wear? I'm going to have to wear pants.
Well, if all night everyone will say, "Are you a true Scotsman?"
Yeah.
You'll get that joke. So it just depends on what the outcome is that you want.
The outcome is I don't want anyone to see my testicles.
Then wear pants.
My friend will not be wearing pants because he wears kilts at everyone's wedding, and 2 weddings I have seen.
His breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Is that a phrase? I never heard that phrase.
I use that. I don't know if it is. I'll say it is.
I've seen his breakfast, lunch and indeed his dinner.
It means everything.
I saw everything. Everything. Well, the topics are firing out like gold dust this evening. Ever been the only person to laugh at something? Ever worn a kilt? Most painful thing? And best man speeches. Colette. Good evening, Colette.
Hello, Ian.
I like the name Colette. I think it's grossly underused.
Yes, it's not very common, luckily.
It's a nice name, Colette. Is it 1 L, 2 T's?
It is.
Well
yes.
done, well done.
That's the French way, of course.
Of course, madame. What have you got for us, Colette?
Well, I was once at a very cringy wedding where the best man decided to make a comparison to not only the bride but ex-girlfriend to cars.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And we all stood there in stunned silence while he said that the groom had been out with many old bangers before.
Yeah.
He had also test-driven many hot Ferraris and now was settling with a nice, reliable VW.
No! That's awful!
I know.
That's awful! And I'm assuming that went down very, very badly, did it? What did the bride do?
She just looked stunned, as did her whole family.
Jeez.
I didn't know them very well because I was a guest of the groom's friend, but...
So you were allowed to laugh?
I was...
were people laughing? I bet you were, weren't you, Colette?
I was laughing inwardly. I didn't want to show how much I thought it was just so insulting, really. It's supposed to be the bride's big day, and... Yeah, it wasn't a hot Ferrari, apparently.
There's a phenomenon at weddings that I'd never noticed before. I went to a wedding a few weeks ago, and it's where people have a sweepstake on how long all the speeches are going to take. Have you done this?
No.
Oh, it's brilliant. And so everyone at the table puts £2 in, and you bet on how long all of the speeches, from the moment the first person stands up to the moment the last person sits down, how long that will be. And there's a lot of money riding on these things. I might do a Pakistan cricket team and take a few backhanders. Allegedly, he says. Allegedly. Colette, thank you for that. But I might do if anyone is going to this wedding in 2 weeks' time and wants to offer me a bribe. I'm there. Have you played this? Well, it's a sweepstake on how long the speeches are going to be. It seems like a marvellous idea. I'm woefully underguessed. I was miles under, but it's definitely worth doing. 0330 123 1215. Now, Charlie is going to tell us about pain. Good evening, Charlie.
Hiya.
Hello, Charlie.
How are you? I know how you are.
Do you know what? I'm in agony, but the agony is offset by the fact I'm off my face. I've brought some of the weak painkillers with me, not the strong ones, not the horse tranquilizers, but I've got some weak ones with me, and I may take some in about an hour's time. But it may make me a bit more slur. I can't see properly, Charlie.
What are they? Tramadol?
The Tramadol are the ones I've got at home.
Ah.
They're the strong ones. The ones I've got here are... I'll just go to my little bag of goodies. Let me see, what did I bring? What did Uncle Ian bring with himself today? Hang on. Oh, no, don't tell me I've left it at home. That was my only thing getting me through, was knowing that I had these tablets. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I don't think I've got them.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I've got, Codidromol.
Oh, I've had Cocodamol. I have that all the time. That's pretty good.
Okay. Oh, so that's not bad what I've brought. Okay. Well, that's my packed lunch for this evening. But I may need to go and... you've asked, Charlie, so I'm going to tell you. I may need to go off and try and evacuate my bowels again.
Oh, you should put on the full version of Bohemian Rhapsody then.
I might do. Listen, I so should not have come to work this evening. As soon as I got on the bus, I sat down the bus, I thought, I have made a terrible, terrible mistake today. There is no way I should have come in this evening. But we're here!
Well, you've already left the house. It's too late.
Exactly. You've left the house. There's no point in going back at all.
No.
Anyway, what can I do for you, Charlie?
The most pain I've ever been in.
But you're only 15 years old. You've never felt pain.
I am 22.
22, although the pictures would deny that. Okay.
Be quiet. No, seriously, I'm 22.
Okay, I've seen the pictures, though. You don't look it.
No, but I am.
Okay, okay.
I hate having this row with people.
Okay.
No, I got meningitis when I was about 16.
Oy, oy, oy.
I know. You're not even supposed to get it when you're 16. You should be, like, really young or really old.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how I got it.
But you look really young, though, so you probably looked about 6 when you were 16.
Yes, thank you for that.
You're welcome. I think.
But no, I've never, ever felt so awful in my life. It felt like every bone in my body it felt like it was breaking apart.
Really?
It was so horrifying.
And what do you do? You just lie there, do you, and take pills?
Well, sort of, but then you lie there panicking about the septicemia, because meningitis won't kill you, but the septicemia will.
Man alive. I was praying for someone this weekend. Why when I had the general anaesthetic and they knew I was going to be in a lot of pain, why did they wake me up, Charlie?
I would have no idea.
The nurse woke me up, and I'm thinking, no, please let me lie here and enjoy this. It was.
Well, did they not? Did they give you something? Is that why?
Well, they woke me up to give me some morphine. I'm thinking I could have stayed asleep, and you could have saved yourself an injection there.
Oh, but you might have been woken up screaming in pain.
Well,
if it wore off, and then they hadn't given you the morphine.
The morphine didn't really do a lot apart from make me feel happy. I was in pain, but I felt happy.
That.
Yeah, it's a bad. Anyway, but you got over it, and you're fine now, Charlie. I'm assuming.
More or less, yeah.
Okay, but of course we all know you've had your heart broken by an insensitive granddad.
No, it wasn't broken. It was sort of mutual.
Okay, it was.
But it's okay. I have a date tomorrow.
Oh, really? How old?
He's the same age as me, 22.
It'll never last, Charlie.
He's lovely.
It'll never last. You want him to be 47.
No, I don't. And he wasn't 47.
Oh, okay, 52. Well, Charlie, I hope the date... Where are you going tomorrow? What are you doing with him?
I don't know. Apparently there's a really nice wine bar.
Wine bars? You're going back in time to the 1980s?
I don't care. It's an expensive wine bar.
Then
That's fine.
as long as it's expensive. Charlie, have a lovely time tomorrow. I hope it goes very well.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Bye-bye. 0330 123 1215. More of your calls after Mumford & Sons.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Let's try Danny again. Danny, are you there this time?
Yes, Ian, yes.
Good.
Right, excruciating pain.
Yes, Danny.
Try this one.
Okay.
39 years old, circumcision.
Yeah. But they gave you an anaesthetic.
Oh, yeah, I went under.
Good. General or local?
General.
Why did you get that done at 39 years old?
Just medical reasons. There's a few problems, and
okay.
Apparently, 1 in 7 men have to have it done.
Don't. Oh, I've just tensed my buttocks there. That's not a good thing. You're saying 1 in 7 men, as they get older, have to have a circumcision. No, I don't buy that. I think someone sold you a pup there, Danny.
Well, no, I need to have it done.
How sore was your knob?
Right. 18 stitches around the end of it. What happens in the morning when we wake up, usually?
My wife jumps on me and tries to play with it. No, hang on, that's not it. It's all no. She hasn't done that for ages. We wake up with what it could be delicately referred to as morning glory.
Yes.
Oh.
And your stitches start to pop and tear. So my other half says to me, oh, Dan, I'm so sorry about it. She rubs your leg and I say, get your hands
off me. And take that PVC maid's outfit off as well. That's not helping, is it?
So I comes out of the hospital and that
You did what?
Came out of the hospital.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood you there, yes.
Everything was fine. Absolutely spot on. There was not a thing wrong with me. I came out of the anaesthetic. I felt as bright as rain.
Yeah.
Everyone in the ward came and said, what did you have done? I said, short back and sides. And then everyone was laughing, I was laughing, and they let me go straight out.
Yeah.
So I said to her, come in, I'm going to be off work for 6 weeks. So what we're going to do is go and get us a coffee maker. So, of course, that's what you do when you come out of
That's what you do when you've had a circumcision. You go and celebrate by buying a coffee maker, of course.
So there we go. Straight down to Macros. And I'm walking around Macros to as right as rain. 3/4 of the way round, all of a sudden the anaesthetic wears off.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to feel it. Now I'm rolling over the top of this this trolley, and the trolley's holding me up, and I can't move.
Yeah.
So then she has to pull while I'm at the end of the trolley.
She has to pull what off?
She has to pull the end of the trolley along while I'm riding on the...
To get you out. They don't warn you. So you went... Hang on, you went there straight from the hospital?
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Because I felt, I felt zippity-doo-dah when I left the hospital, but I knew at some point that was going to wear off and I was going to feel terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, well...
Danny, the question on everyone's lips right now is, how's your penis now?
Lovely.
There we go. He's got a lovely penis out of it, and that's it. The lovely, lovely penis. 1 in every 7 men have to get their penis circumcised. No, don't tell me that. I don't want that done. I nearly asked you a really inappropriate question there, Eloise. I won't.
I know you were going to ask.
Well, which one is it? Someone tweeted me the other day, said, Ian, can you follow me? I want to ask you a question. And I thought, well, OK, this is... so I followed them. I said, right, I'm following you. What's the question? Are you circumcised or not? And I did. I very nearly... But they'd asked me so politely, I very nearly said, sod off. But they were so polite, I went, no, I'm not. I went, all right, thanks for that, bye.
Did you unfollow them afterwards?
I did unfollow them immediately. And they then sent me a stroppy message saying, why have you unfollowed me? I was thinking, well, I don't really want to hang out and follow you.
Asking you those questions.
I don't want to be asked that. That's a private question.
That you answered.
But apparently most men in America are circumcised. And I only know that from watching Sex and the City, where there's an episode where they find a man, I'm remembering this slightly incorrectly, but they find a man who isn't circumcised, and I think they all want to share him or something, all those tarty Sex and the City women. The end of Mistresses, by the way, dear listener, very disappointing. Very disappointing. After the excellent end of episode 3, to wimp out with that poor excuse of an ending. They're all friends, and it's friendship's more important than men. No, I'm not buying that for 1 second, those naughty girls. Naughty girls! 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. The most painful thing... ever been the only person to laugh at something? Ever been off your face at work? And we're talking about best man speeches. Liam.
Hello, Ian. How you doing,
I'm
mate?
all right, Liam. I'm all right.
Good. I can't believe that you just asked the last guy about his circumcision, and the answer was nearly on the tip of your tongue.
There we go. You see, Liam. Do you see what I did?
That was leading on.
Leading on. Very nicely, yes. Yeah. Hey, right. I know. Listen, I'm not as stupid as I sound. I know what I'm doing. I'm no Richard Madeley.
All right. First off, if you're doing a best man speech,
yes,
always find out what the father of the bride and the groom are going to say.
Oh, so you don't tread on any toes. And you go last, don't you, as the best man?
You're supposed to, but it depends on who you are following up.
Right.
Mate, you can trip up badly.
Why, did it happen? Did it happen to you?
It sort of did. There was about 45 minutes of pre-speeches before the best man speech, which I actually thought was meant to be the main speech.
Yeah.
And they done all my jokes, done everything as well that's been sort of pumping me about all day.
Yeah, pumping.
And, it was just blinding. All I got up at the end of the day, I was so nervous, I just said, well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's enough for that. Let's just toast the bride and groom.
So you didn't do a speech, you just rounded it off and toasted them?
That was it.
Liam!
There was nothing left to do. Every joke that I'd spoke to them about during the day and said, I might put that into the speech.
They nicked it off you?
They'd done it.
Oh, that is terrible. That is terrible. Shame on them.
It was a little bit, but it was a brilliant wedding, and, it was a great day.
Weddings are fun. As I get older, and since having my own wedding, weddings are fun, aren't they?
They are now, but... Honestly, as a best man, it's probably you're more nervous than the groom.
Yeah, I know. I'm speaking to my mate, and it's in 2 weeks. I'm like, you all right? And he's like, yeah, I'll be fine. And I said, because I'm bricking it. I'm terrified about getting up and doing it. And it's different. If I go and do a stand-up gig, it's different because I can be a little bit blue and people kind of know what to expect. But I'm going to be there at this wedding, and I won't know most of the people there. They're going to know that I used to be on the telly, so they're going to be sat there with crossed arms going, go on then, say something funny, you lanky git. So there's a lot of pressure on him, and I'm only getting 500 quid for it. I'm not getting any money. I'm joking. I'm joking. Of course, I would never charge a friend, although I did ask him. He said no. Liam, you've been in pain, have you?
No, actually, this is one that I was sort of standing next to. My father, a few years ago, used to suffer from anemia.
Oh, right.
Which
that's a blood thing, is it?
It's a blood thing, and basically it causes older people to fall down.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he's fallen over a few times, and I've had to go up to the hospital. He always seems. Apparently, it's a thing. You fall backwards.
Right.
And you split your head.
Oh, jeez.
Well, if you fall far enough, obviously.
Oh, yes, you have to have hit your head. Yes.
He's only
we
a
get to a
fella,
funny point
so it
somewhere.
wouldn't take him too far to fall.
Yeah.
So I've been up to the hospital with him a few times, and I've watched him put staples in the back of his head and stuff like that. So anyway, after, I think it's about his third fall, this doctor's come in and said, well, we know about this anemia, but we need to see how bad it is, which is actual a rectal examination.
Right.
So I am holding on to my father's head.
Yes.
And he comes from the west coast of Ireland.
Yeah.
I won't say his name or anything like that, so I don't want to embarrass him. But the doctors came in and they've asked me to hold on to his head where the gas had happened, where he'd hit the curb on the way home. And the doctor said, like, put your knees up by your chest. Lie on your side, put your knees up by your chest.
Yes.
Put the gloves on, and his middle finger gone wallop, or whatever finger, I weren't looking too closely.
Yeah. The Schaffenacke may have gone up there, yes.
It's, well, it was whatever. And I said to my dad, I said, Jesus Christ, that's a bit funny. And he said, what? Funny? He said, one man sticking his finger up another man's, and I won't say,
no.
Well, I'll just say his backside.
Yeah.
And he said, that's not funny at all. He said, that's horrible. No, I said, Dad, the funny thing was, I said, he had both his hands on your shoulders.
I knew we were going somewhere. Totally suckered in there. I can only apologise, dear listener. I can only apologise. 0330 123 1215. More of your calls after feeder.
Absolute Radio.
If you've just tuned in, where have you been for the last hour? We start at 10 on bank holidays. I don't know why. They don't pay me any extra money. But yet they do. They do. Now, if you did miss the last hour, I thoroughly recommend you download the podcast. It'll be up straight after the show, or tomorrow, probably. There's always some muff-up or delay, if I'm honest. You can get them at absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain Lee. Or on iTunes. Don't forget, if you've got an iPhone, there is the iPhone app. Go to the application store, type in Iain Lee Show, and it'll come up, and it's free, and it's flipping brilliant and stuff. And I'm sorry that there are no topics or votes on there at the moment. My mind has been otherwise engaged. What are we talking about tonight? Well, we're talking about bums. I do apologise. It's relevant. And we're treading delicately around that. We're asking the most painful thing you've ever had done to you, or the most intense pain you've ever felt. Ever been off your face at work? Not many people have called in. In fact, no one's called in to say they've been off their face at work. Listen, you can use a different name, a.k.a. a pseudonym, if you'd rather, and change the name of the place where you work. But come on, listen, you're all young, hip people. There must be someone out there listening to this who has been off their face at work, be it on booze, on medication, on LSD, on anything. Maybe even paint fumes. There must be someone listening to this. Come on. Have the balls to pick the phone up. 0330 123 1215. Press button 1, you'll speak to Eloise, and she'll call you back, so it won't cost you that much money. And we're also talking about best man speeches as well. Let's go to Joe in Colney Heath. Good evening, Joe.
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
I'm all right, Joe. Sorry to keep you waiting so long. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, first of all, well done for getting back so quick.
Yeah, I may not be in tomorrow, shall we say?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I've made a terrible, terrible mistake being here this evening, and I don't think I'm delivering my best.
Well done, anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, this thing about most painful thing.
Yes.
I had a successful triple heart bypass 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It all went very well, and I've been brilliant ever since.
Now, I'm going to ask something stupid here.
Yeah.
What is a triple heart bypass? So was you doing something 3 times?
Yeah, it's arteries that fur up for various reasons.
Yeah.
And, before you get to have the actual big op, you have tests called angiograms. Where, and they determine where the blockage is and how bad it is and what needs to be done. And they harvest veins from, like, your legs.
Oh, no!
Well, you're out cold, you know. When
okay,
they do it, yeah.
I love the way the phrase "harvest a vein from your leg," though. That sounds hideous.
Well, that's what they told me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, well, apart from waking up in intensive care and you realise you've been well operated on. But plenty of medication to ease the pain and that, which is great. But the funny, it's sort of serious and funny, but they give you a little booklet when you go home, do's and don'ts, blah, blah, blah. I'll keep it brief because it sounds boring, but one of the things is don't cough or sneeze, but carry this pillow around with you at all times in case you do. And a couple of days at home resting up, I took the pillow, and all the rest of it, never sneezed. Someone phoned me, and I ran into the living room, forgot the pillow, and I'm talking, and so, you know, you get that split-second thing before you sneeze, you know you're going to do it. And I just put the phone down, I said, got to go. And I couldn't run into the bedroom and grab this pillow, but I sneezed, and I'll tell you what, because part of the op, they crack the sternum, the chest bone, you know,
Jesus Christ.
and the muscles and
This is
everything.
horrible, yes.
And I'll tell you what, I nearly passed out, but it turned out I did pull a muscle in the chest.
So what are you supposed to do with the pillow when you sneeze?
Well, clutch it and wrap your arms around it, but clutch it into your chest to ease because when you sneeze, obviously your ribs and lungs expand, and
and the sternum's broken, so they could your chest could fly open.
Exactly.
Oh my God!
Well, it's all stitched up and stapled, but you know, it's just it's the sheer panic of trying to suppress it.
I thought I was bad. If I've coughed and sneezed a few times this weekend, and my arse has nearly dropped off. But having your chest explode in front of you would be awful.
Yeah, but luckily, you know, there's nothing more serious than that. But it was very painful.
Joe, you put me to shame whinging about what I've had done. Thank you very much for that. Oy, oy, oy. That sounds nasty, doesn't it? Listen, I'll be honest, you know, and I am a wimp. There is no denying it. When it comes to pain, my threshold is very, very low indeed. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of you listening to this could get through what I've been through with nary a glance at the packet of medication. But I tell you what, boys and girls, I have been struggling. Rose is in Stoke-on-Trent. Yes, Rose?
Hi, Ian. Just warning you about your tablets.
Yes.
It's got codeine in front. It means codeine, and it'll stuff your bum up again.
It'll do what?
It'll stuff your bum up again.
Oh, hang on. So that's going to constipate me?
Yes.
Oh, you're joking?
No, if it's got codeine in it...
Oh, Jesus.
And also, you know about being drunk at work?
Yeah.
How about being off your face coming out the dentist?
Oh. What?
I always have the Valium.
Yeah,
And I serenaded the dentist with Smoke on the Water and Beethoven's Ode to Joy.
Fantastic,
and
Rose.
then attacked a man as he came through the door, thrown my arms round him, told him how wonderful he was.
Oh, you mucky mare.
Oh, it's wonderful stuff, that Valium is.
I know. If only you could buy it somehow.
Yes, that's a shame, isn't it? They don't give me any.
No, I know. Well, I did.
I'm on steroids this week, Ian, so I've got a bit of breath.
Oh, well, that's you don't sound as wheezy as you normally do. So I didn't recognise you.
Steroids are wonderful.
Steroids are good, but you grow testicles, don't you?
I wish I did.
Really?
Have someone to play with, wouldn't I?
There we go, Rose. Thank you very much for that. Absolutely bonkers. She reminded me of something there, and I've completely forgotten what it was, Eloise. I don't know.
About growing testicles?
But why have they given me a painkiller that's going to constipate me?
Oh. Maybe that's what they're hoping, so that it's got time to heal before you need a poo.
Oh, it's too well. I can't go into I could go into a whole load of horrible details. I shan't bother. 0330 123 1215. We're here till 1 o'clock tonight, don't forget.
Hey, could you stand another drink? I'm better when I don't think. Seems to get me through.
Let's go to Jamie in Halifax. Good evening, Jamie.
How are you doing, Ian?
I'm all right, Jamie. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Yeah. I've been listening to your show for a few months now. I think absolutely brilliant, mate.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Very kind of you.
I got my DAB radio back in February.
The DAB, yeah.
Yeah. And
they're good, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I've got this one that's like, I can't really tell you what it is because obviously...
you can say what it is. Go on, what is it?
It's like a little cube, like little clarity cube.
All right, and it's good, is it? It gets all the radio stations?
Yeah.
Absolute 80s, Absolute Radio 90s, Gaydar, all of them.
I can get the Absolute 90s now in the last week or so.
Yeah.
So they've just been doing that, haven't they, recently? Yeah. And, absolutely brilliant.
I've not heard that one. There's a new station, Absolutely Brilliant, is there?
Well, I don't see how they could make it any better than what the woman you've got already.
I tell you how they can make it better, Jamie. They could sack Christian O'Connell and give me every show, and I was on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's how they could make the station better.
Does he give prizes out on his show?
Why, do you want a prize?
Why have you got one?
Why, what do you want?
What have you got?
Well, you tell me what you want, and I'll tell you if I've got it.
Right, have you got a DAB radio?
You've got a DAB radio.
Yeah, but have you got an up version one of what the one I've got?
An up version one?
Yeah.
I might have.
Hang on a minute. I better have to turn the radio off here now, aren't I?
There's a good idea, fella, yes.
Yeah, I'll just talk in a minute.
Yeah, OK, Jamie. This guy's... Is he for real?
I'm not pissed.
OK, I didn't say you were. I didn't say you were, Jamie. That was the voice in your head saying that. Yes. So, no, I haven't got a DAB radio for you.
Yeah, OK, all right. Well, Christmas is coming up, isn't it?
Yeah. So what do you want?
Eh?
What do you mean Christmas is coming up?
Yeah, so, I don't know. I could have...
You're on the scrounge, aren't you, Jamie?
Huh?
You're on the scrounge.
No.
Yes.
Well, I might be soon, actually.
Sorry?
Eh?
What did you say?
I might be soon, actually.
You might be soon?
Yeah, I might be on the scrounge soon.
Why? You about to lose your job?
Yeah.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, well, thing is, I'm getting low hours in work at the moment.
Yeah, that's always a precursor to getting the sack, I find, being given more to do, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know when you was on the...
Hang on a minute, we're not finished this. Let me speak to my producer. Eloise.
Yeah.
Jamie wants to know if we've got any prizes we can give him. Well, I'm thinking... Because if he finds out that O'Connell gives, like, thousands of pounds away in prizes, he might listen to O'Connell. I don't want to lose Jamie. He's a good listener.
Yeah.
Have we got anything we can give him? And not just, like, crappy promos that we'd give to Andre. Have we got anything? Like, have we got a DVD or some...
I've got crappy DVD.
Do you want some crappy DVDs, Jamie?
Why would you give Andre crappy DVDs?
No, we'd give them to you. We'd give Andre promos. Did I say something funny? I missed it. If you want the crappy DVDs, Jamie, we can send them to you.
Really?
At the very least, if you didn't, you could watch them and then sell them on eBay, and you'd probably get enough to buy a 16th or something.
They are crappy.
Crappy?
Are they really bad?
What are they, Eloise?
I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I've never heard of them in my life, so I have not remembered them.
Any good?
I haven't seen them yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jamie. How about this? How about we send you 4? Have we got 4 we could send him, Eloise?
Probably not. I'll try, though.
How about we'll send you 3, and if you don't like them, you can send them back.
Yeah, all right.
How about that?
Hmm?
And if you do like them, you can keep them.
Cool.
That makes you a winner.
Excellent.
Anything else?
No. Have a good night.
Jamie, stay on the line. Eloise will take your details.
Hey, just quickly, do you remember Jay with the posh pike on his back, the posh fish on his back?
No.
The guy used to get stuck in his beanbag and things like... No, it was Daryl that got stuck in his beanbag, but Jay pushed trolleys at Tesco's, and he had the tattoo of a posh
I don't
fish.
remember that, no. Yeah.
He was brilliant. He used to phone up.
I vaguely remember it. Yeah.
Sounded a bit like Robbie.
It did sound... Who's Robbie?
The cover producer.
The who?
Cover producer.
Oh, cover producer. That's a strange fate. Why are you talking about... I'm so out of it.
Well,
now
it
you're just
reminded me of Jamie, like, has hello.
But what's Jamie got to do with Jay and Robbie?
He sounds just like... They all sound alike, and they all...
But you didn't mention Jamie in that scenario.
I'm a hubbly-bubbly.
I wish that...
I did.
Have we got... You didn't mention Jamie, you mentioned Jay and Robbie.
Yeah, but that was why.
But I didn't know that.
Oh, but then you asked me and then I told you.
My wife was offering me a cheese sandwich earlier on today, and I didn't understand the context in which she was offering it to me. So you just mentioning two names at random...
I was just asking if you remembered them.
No, of course I don't.
Well, that's it then.
I didn't remember what bread was today, for goodness sakes. Take Jamie's details, Eloise, and we'll send him some crappy DVDs. I think we just... Was that a competition? I think we just did a competition there. I don't quite know what happened. We did something there. We definitely did something. What it was, I don't know.
We are Absolute Radio. Women want us, men want us too. Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Charlie Brooker's here.
Hello.
If this was Steve Wright, you'd get a...
Woo! No, that's where you're wrong.
Excuse me?
No, because I was interviewed by Steve Wright not that long ago, and there was none of that.
Really?
What a crashing disappointment.
I read your book in... I had a long flight to Hawaii, and I read it the whole flight, so I read it in pretty much one sitting, 2 sittings. That's...
Was there no in-flight entertainment on that flight?
I'd just come back from Japan and I'd seen all the movies, so and so by the end of it, I just got your voice just swearing away in my head and being angry with people. Are you angry?
Well, I think not, but then it seems that I think I come across as quite angry.
Yes.
Because... like, when people meet me, they're often surprised that I'm not, like, just barking at them.
Yeah.
Or you know, trying to punch them in the kidneys or something. I don't think I am actually that angry. It's just that sometimes I write something for comic effect.
Yeah.
Like, deliberately be angrier than you possibly could be about something. And people won't get it. I think there's a piece in the book. One week I thought, I'm going to just take the piss out of myself. And I wrote a thing where I was going, I hate hats. For some reason, I decided I was going to pretend that I was furious about the idea of hats.
Yeah.
And I said that Royal Ascot was disgusting hat propaganda, right, and things like this.
Yeah.
And I still got, because, you know, these articles go up on The Guardian a lot of the time, and there were comments on there going, leave hats alone! Like, what is it with this guy? And so, yeah, I sort of realised that people just do take you at face value a lot of the time, even when you're not necessarily... That's not necessarily your intention.
With all the internet and emails and Twitter, do you get loads of people saying you're a tosser?
Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because that's the other thing. On Twitter, I don't know if you've seen this, where people who might just be randomly slagging you off...
Yeah.
But they put your tweet name in, so you see it. So it's sort of addressed to you. So they could be talking to their friend, going, "I can't stand that. You know, I can't stand Charlie Brooker. Yeah. He's an idiot, and he's ugly, and I hate him. And every time I look at him, I just want to punch his mouth shut." And then you'll see and then it's kind of like they've stuck their head in your window to shout at their friend and go, "I can't stand this man." And I never know. I'm always tempted to just respond and go, But it's not. It's sort of not worth it. It's like you've overheard them.
Anyway, let's move away from effing and jeffing on the Twitter. Zombies.
Effing and jeffing.
You
Yeah, go on.
Phrase, zombies.
Well, I like zombies, obviously. In fact, I was going to ask you about this.
Okay.
I've got to go on Celebrity Mastermind.
Oh, brilliant.
Right, and I was going to do video games. They said I can't because you did it.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you?
I did the Monkeys.
Well, they told me you did video games.
I never did video games. I did the fictional pop group The Monkeys. I won as well.
I know you won.
Yeah, I beat Nolan.
But you didn't do video games?
No, not at all.
Why did they say you did?
That's a lie. Mastermind has lied to you.
I'm genuinely... I'm supposed to go on it and they said, what's your specialist subject going to be? And the minute they say that, you think, I've never actually thought of that before. Like, what would it... It can't be that broad, or that because I was going to do video games, and I thought that's too broad. And anyway, they said apparently I heard back. They said, "Oh, Iain Lee did that."
No, I didn't. That's nonsense.
Oh,
I never did that.
God! Well, I'm going to do zombie. I'm going to do. Okay. Well, originally I was going to do zombie movies. That's too broad. There's too many of them. So I'm going to do Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead.
You're doing 3 movies.
Yeah.
Well, that's too small.
No, because
nothing.
somebody sent me a video. Right, no, because I was going to do zombie movies 1968 to 1985.
Yeah.
Which includes that trilogy.
Yeah.
Leaves out the later rubbishy ones, Land of the Dead and those sorts of things. And it also gives you room to do all the sort of really schlocky 70s Italian zombie flesh eaters, that sort of thing. But, yes. No, that again is so broad. It's weirdly broad. It's too. You don't want them to say who was the costume designer on Zombie Holocaust.
It's Celebrity Mastermind. It's not that difficult. One of the questions was, what does Mike Nesmith wear on his head? It was a green hat. Everyone knows that.
I thought saying zombie movies was dumb.
Yeah.
Then narrowing it down to a period I thought was dumber still. Then specifying 3 films.
Yeah.
Incredibly dumb. But no, apparently I could go even lower. I could go down
to
the
first half.
Yeah.
Of a zombie film.
The first 5 minutes.
Have you seen Zombieland yet?
No. Because I thought it might upset me.
Dead Set is what we're gently tiptoeing around.
Yeah,
which was brilliant, by the way.
I enjoyed that,
It was brilliant because there was a little bit funny, but not too funny. We were worried it's going to be a laughter fest, but there's a nice couple of jokes in it. And it was just bleak.
Horrible.
And it ended bleak, which was what I was hoping for, that you wouldn't wimp out, and you didn't.
No, I was insistent. Because it sounds like a sort of zany romp, doesn't it, from that? So that was why, sort of with this, I wanted to do something that was like frightening telly, like Hammer House of Horror used to be frightening, and, things like that used to be nasty and bleak and unfair. But originally we wanted, or I wanted, it to literally go on to, so the last episode was set like 2 years down the line or something. They'd been surviving in the Big Brother house for 2 years.
Yeah.
And like given birth to children.
Fantastic.
And stuff like this. And all the zombies outside were slow, shambling, because they were really rotten by then. But we didn't, it worked out that we couldn't sort of do that. But I was thinking about it the other day, because I always said I wouldn't do a follow-up, because you sort of couldn't in the original setting. And I was thinking about it the other day and thinking, you could just do a different setting, different part of the country. Same sort of, same thing happening.
In the Strictly Come Dancing studio.
Well, I always thought of The Apprentice. I thought if it was going to be... No, I'm thinking if I did another one, it wouldn't be based around a TV show at all. But if you were forced to do it, you'd do it around The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Because if you had 10 would-be apprentices... Apprentices, twats holed up in the posh house they're given, and there's a siege outside. You can imagine what those people. you can imagine. I mean, how ruthless would they be? I mean, horrible. I mean, because they're quite good at outwitting each other. So it'd be interesting to see 10 the apprentice in a life or death.
Indulge me playing old Charlie Brooker interviews. I'm not feeling at my best. We'll play part 2 of that later on. Always worth a revisit, I think, listening to Charlie Brooker whittering away. That was from, I don't know, months and months and months ago, and he's the nicest chap ever. We'll play part 2 of that later on. I appreciate your patience, and some of you may not have heard that the first time round, so everyone's a winner. More of your calls after this.
Thinking of you, thinking of you.
We're getting there slowly, dear listener. Don't worry. Halfway through the show. Polly James is on at 1 o'clock. Always nice to know that Polly is going to be coming in after us. 0330 123 1215. The most pain you've ever felt being off your face at work. Do you remember when you came back from Glastonbury, Eloise, and you were still tripping your nuts off?
I was off my
It was hilarious.
face.
You should get high more often, because you're one of those people that are funny when they're high. I mean, admittedly, a few years down the line, you will become a shambling wreck, but it's still funny for us. So I suggest you do it. Best man speeches. I think those are the things we're covering this evening. You can call in as well about anything you want. I throw out these nonsense topics. Don't feel you have to be bound to them. If you just want to phone up for a chat, or you've got an idea for something that you want to say, then 0330
123 1215.
So you just breathed really heavily then? You did a...
No, I didn't.
You did?
I think I moved the chair and it made that noise, but it wasn't me.
One of the great things about this bum operation is I've never been in a comfortable position where I've been able to blow off in front of my wife. I can now.
Yeah.
I've been trumping like nobody's business, like big, long, noisy ones, and going, sorry, I've had an operation on my anus. What are you going to do about it? And that means the door is open now. That's like if I went to a swinging party. You know, we've missed the stage in our relationship for me to take my wife to a swinging party. But if I had an operation and then went swinging, no, that's not a very good analogy at all. It doesn't work, does it? No, it doesn't work. You can answer that phone call if you want. Let's go to Harrison. Good evening, Harrison.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right, Harrison.
How's your bum?
You know, it's seen better days.
Well, I've been really messed up at work.
Okay, I bet you have. You sound young, you sound impetuous, you sound like the sort that would. What happened?
Well, I was 19 years old. I had 2 prolapse discs in my back from being in the army.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, and I'd been on all these painkillers, and the doctor had changed them all for me, you know, because I was getting immune to the ones that were before.
Yeah.
And but the pain was getting really bad, so he gave me some extras. I had diazepam.
Beautiful.
Diclofenac.
Yeah, hello.
Which was, tramadol.
Tramadol's what I've got at home for me.
I was talking in my sleep really badly on that stuff.
Really? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Screaming, even.
Yeah.
And I had cocodamol.
Right, that's what I've got here. Cocodamol I've got here.
Yeah, those. Is it the big dissolvable ones?
Well, I don't think they're dissolvable, are they? They're big ones.
You get different kinds.
I don't think I've not been dissolving them. I've just been popping them in my mouth. I mean, they're big ones. Maybe I should... No, they're not dissolvable.
Oh, the ones I had, they've got more codeine in them. They had like 15 milligrams of codeine in them.
Apparently codeine is going to bung up my bunghole, so I don't really want the codeine. But I might pop some pills at midnight. Let's see what happens, shall we, for the last hour.
Yeah. So I'm at work, and I get pulled into the boss's office because I'd missed a week off work due to my back.
Yeah.
And she's telling me the promotions that have all come out, and I'm telling her it's never going to work. I was really blatant with her.
Yeah.
So we kind of got into an argument.
Uh-oh.
And I told her she can shove her job where the sun don't shine.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd done this when I just opened the door to walk out, so everyone heard it in the office.
Tough guy!
Yeah. Started walking down the hallway. She's chasing after me, so I've kind of sped up. HR have heard everything that's gone on, pulled me into another office, and I've just broke down crying when they asked what's going on.
Not such a tough guy.
Not such a tough guy, no. And they're going, well, what's going on? And in my pockets, I've pulled out all these pills and just put them all on the table, and I've got a week off work.
What, so they thought you were some kind of junkie? They thought you were doing an Elvis or something?
No, they knew I had a back problem,
okay.
They didn't know I was on so many painkillers.
And what did you have to apologise to your boss in the end, or
no.
it was all fine? Was it?
No, we had a drink. We had a drink a couple of weeks later. I apologised then, but she was like, "That's all right."
You had a few pills, had a drink. Bob's your uncle. You got your promotion. Beautiful.
Well, I never got a promotion there, that's for sure.
Man alive. Harrison, thank you very much for that. I like the tough guy. And then suddenly not quite such a tough guy. I'll tell you how ill I am tonight, dear listener. I'm wearing tracksuit trousers into work. I have not been out in public in tracksuit trousers since I was 14 years old. So that's 23 years. And I was not confident enough. I didn't give a stuff that I just came out. I got on the bus in tracksuit trousers and a T-shirt. I thought, sod it, I don't care what I look like. I literally could not care less what I look like. I'm just going to go out and face the world dressed like a shambling alcoholic. 0330 123 1215. We'll speak to Gatford, we'll speak to Dave, we'll speak to Terry, and maybe we'll speak to you after this.
Listen up to Absolute Radio, the home of radio, where you listen. Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Closer to the edge.
My whistling was better, Gatford, and you know it.
Yeah, but my years were better.
I wasn't doing the years.
Yeah, come on, you.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
No, you added a baby.
I put a baby in it.
No, you put the baby. That's too far.
That's one baby too far.
Yeah. In the words of Lisa Stanfield, I've been around the world, and I can't find my baby.
I didn't like Lisa Stansfield.
No?
And then I had a dream I had one of those dreams where you fall in love with someone, and I fell in love with her, and every time I see her now, I've got a very soft spot for Lisa Stansfield.
Do you see her often?
No, only on the internet when I type in Lisa, followed by the word Stansfield, and then click on, then I type in the word nude, and then click on search.
Fine, yeah, no, that'll do it.
Yeah. Well, is that it? Thanks for calling.
No.
There's more. Okay, there's more.
That was merely the horses' duffers.
Okay. Yes.
To our conversation.
Beautiful.
I heard that on the television yesterday. I can't remember what it was.
Can you believe?
Might have been Heartbeat or
can you believe that? I didn't know that Last of the Summer Wine was still going.
Well, I thought hadn't some of them passed on?
Well, they're all dead apart from Wallace and Gromit.
Are they in that?
But I watched the first 30 seconds. I thought I should watch this. I watched the first 30 seconds. It's Bert Kwok and Russ Abbott.
Bert Kwok?
Bert Kwok and Russ Abbott are in it. And I saw that, I thought, do you know what, there is... Last of the Summer Wine just reminds me of miserable Sundays and having that back-to-school feeling.
It was that or Highway.
Yeah, 37 years it's been going for, and it was annoying me. I listened to a bit of 5 Live last night, and the newsreader kept saying, and the longest ever running TV show, Last of the Summer Wine, has come to an end after 37 years. Well, that's not the longest running. Coronation Street's been going for 50 years.
Has it?
Hasn't it?
I don't know. No, well, you might be right. 60s, 70s, yeah, you might be right.
I think I'm right.
Yeah.
So
maybe they meant because it's a soap, maybe it doesn't count in, like,
as a TV, it doesn't count as a TV show because it's a soap on the TV.
Right, yeah,
because it's a show on the TV, it doesn't count as a TV show.
You're on drugs, you don't know what you're talking about.
Eloise, did you ever watch Last of the Summer Wine?
Yeah, I loved it, but only during the compo years.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It was always compo going down the hill in a bath. That's all I remember. And Nora Batty's stockings or
As soon as he died, though, I didn't watch it. But it was like I think I only liked it because it's like a family ritual for us. Like my Pat would come over and he'd always bring tinned salmon to sit there eating a cold supper.
Boring.
I liked it.
But Bert Kwok and Russ Abbott, and then someone else was in it from a bit. Someone from the prison programme with Porridge. The Porridge Show was in it.
I don't know.
Oh.
Listen, I haven't even taken the pills yet. I'm taking pills at midnight, by the way, kids. We'll be taking pills.
You're taking them live?
Well, I don't think I'm allowed to take drugs live on the air, so I'm going to take them. I'm going to...
Unless you're on Tomorrow's World or something, or Panorama.
I tell you what, as a tribute to Mark Bolan, the next song is T-Rex. While T-Rex is playing, so will I. Yeah?
He would love you for that.
Yeah.
The bill ends this week as well, I think.
The bell what?
The bill.
The bill ends. Oh, okay, so I misheard you.
Yes.
Yes, it does. Yes, they're all coming. Surely that's got to be the longest running TV. That's been going for 55 years, isn't it?
Probably. I don't know. That wasn't why I rang.
Sorry?
It wasn't why I rang to talk about
the bill.
The
bill is weird because the bill used to be like once a week gritty drama for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Then it became like 3 times a week soap opera, and then it became it's changed.
And now it's just full of old Hollyoaks actresses and actors, isn't it?
And EastEnders. That's where EastEnders go. I auditioned for a part in the bill once.
Did you?
Yeah, this was years ago before I was on the telly.
Hey, Jamie, I'll call you back in just a tick.
Jamie's been on already.
Bye.
Eloise, Jamie's been on already.
He's got a question he wants to ask you, though.
Are we that desperate for calls?
Well, there's none after this.
Okay, well, we'll play Charlie Brooker. We've got Gene Simmons lined up as well if it gets too bad. But yes, this was years ago when I was a budding actor, and I had, in my pictures, I had long hair, and they wanted me to be a drug dealer, but I got all my hair cut off the day before I went in.
Yeah.
So I went in and they went, where's your long hair? And when I was gone, they went, oh. Well, anyway, thanks for turning up, and that was pretty much it.
Quite a few famous people have been in the bill.
Rick Mail?
Rick Mail. That woman that does lots of period dramas with the dresses.
Oh, yeah, she's in it, is she?
She's been in it,
Yep.
In off play days.
I used to fancy the one that looked a little bit like a bloke. She was in it in Tosh Lyons' day. She was a lady... And she had a bob...
Was it the one who ended up being Sergeant with the short hair?
She had bobbed hair.
Trish something.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I think I fancied her.
Uh-huh. As much as Lisa Stanfield or less?
I would like to see them kissing.
Right. Do you find that with the pain conversation with men, it ends up feeling a little bit like one-upmanship? I've had Codroxamol. I've had diclofenac. I had...
Diclofenac? Isn't he a writer? Didn't he write horse murders or something? Horse murder novels?
I don't know.
Oh, that's Ian LeCleme. No, that's Dick Francis.
Excuse me?
Dick Francis.
I'm sure it is.
You've been quite amusing tonight, Gatford. I don't know. It must be
I'm
the
not
pills.
on any drugs.
It must be the pills. I'm finding a Gatford fun. Hang on. Let me have a look at this. Hang on a second. Side effects: nausea, constipation, finding unfunny people funny. There we go. That's. I thought it would be. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. But do you not find because I have this at work? You know, I've had sciatica, which.
Oh, they're good. They are. I've got their second album.
It pains down your leg. It's a trapped nerve in your back. It pains down your leg. It's very painful, very nasty.
Yes.
But you find that you tell people at work, they go, I've had that. I had that in both legs.
Yeah.
And then someone else goes, I had half a leg shot off in the war. Someone always has to go one step more with pain. It's for men.
Do you know what? I did find myself checking my balls this weekend.
And were they both there?
They were both there.
Oh, fantastic.
One hangs a lot lower than the other. That's normal, isn't it?
Hold on. Yep.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let's take line one. Would you? This is absolutely serious, and we're being dead straight. This is a serious thing. Line one? Would you mind checking your balls live on air for us, please?
Okay.
Take your time.
Yeah, I'm checking them right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to see? Or check?
I don't want to see anything.
I don't want to see anything.
I said, what do you want me to see?
Well, you don't have to look.
Are they both? Are they both there?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Do you ever give yourself the reach around?
No.
Well, thanks for calling, line one.
Okay.
That's unusual, because normally that young lady doesn't have balls.
Oh, I'm so high.
And as well, I can tell you about an awful best man speech that I went to, that I attended.
Yes, go on.
The couple had broken up about 2 years before, but they had some time apart. The best man made reference to that.
Oh, no.
And you know that moment in films, when someone says something controversial and everyone goes, that happened, like the room went silent, everyone went,
oh, really?
Terrible.
And did he talk about other people that they'd slept with?
I don't think so. No, I think he might have talked about how he went on a rebound date and something like that, but he didn't go into sort of explicit detail.
Yeah. Oh dear.
That's horrible.
So these. Okay. So we're getting a good list of things that I shouldn't do.
I know one definitely thing you shouldn't do as well.
Yeah.
There's an ancient one where you stand up, you look at that, you look kind of a little bit nervous, and you blurt out the word fornication. And the room goes silent. And then you shuffle your notes, you look down and go, sorry, for an occasion such as this.
Oh, someone did that at a wedding I was at recently.
Or you do the, if I could say a few words, pause, I'd be a better public speaker.
Line one, have you got any tips? Have you ever made a best man speech, line one?
Yes.
How did it go?
Interesting.
I'll flash forward, yeah. I got that glass.
You flash forward?
Huh?
No. I got a glass and a spoon, and I hit against each other. And I said, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you do the spoon jar spoon act?
No.
Oh, okay.
So everything is right. You got a glass and a spoon, and you hit it against each other. And then what did you say?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm going to write this down. Hang on a second. So, hang on. Right, so you got a spoon. It was a spoon and a what?
A spoon and a glass.
And you hit it together?
Yeah.
Hit it together. And you said ladies and what?
Gentlemen.
Yeah, okay, carry on.
And I said the bloke's name and the lady's name. They got married today. Congratulations to them. And then I made a few jokes.
What were the jokes? This is the key thing.
Knock, who's there? Doctor.
Remind me, I've got something to tell you in a minute, boys. But go on, what were the jokes?
I feel like I always thought the groom fancied me.
Oh, yeah, that's good, yeah.
Yeah, because he always used to touch me.
Can I ask where?
Anyway, he felt like it.
Okay.
And because he was your boss, you had to let him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, and then how long did you speak for?
For about 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Wow, you did all that in 2 minutes. It's taken you longer to describe the speech than actually make the speech.
Hasn't the best man got to say something about how good-looking the bridesmaids are?
It was a few years ago, so I'm trying to remember it.
Re-remember it, yes. That would be... well, what's your name, young lady?
Dave.
OK, Dave. Well, thank you for that, Dave.
OK.
I've got some good news for you boys. I bumped into someone last week who said, my brother's best mate used to phone your show up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, go on then, thinking I'm never going to remember who this is. He goes, yeah, he was an Indian doctor. I went, not Dr. Khan. He went, yeah, that was him. He was Dr. Khan. I said, what, he taught us how to do handbrake turns in Nissans? He went, yeah, that was him. I said, oh, you must get Dr. Khan to phone me up again. I'm on Mondays to Thursdays on Absolute Radio, 11 o'clock. You must get Dr. Khan to phone me up. He said, oh, yeah, I'll have a word with him then. So fingers crossed, boys. Oh, Vinny's just put the phone... Dave's put the phone down. Dr. Khan could be phoning us up soon.
What about the other doctor? No.
Was there another doctor?
There was a Dr. Khan and a Dr. Jacobs or Joseph or something, or...
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, it could have been.
Hello? What's happened here?
Sorry.
What's happened here?
Not me.
Hello?
Good evening.
It's all gone a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, it's stopped now. OK. Right.
OK. Oh, thanks.
So, fingers crossed...
Dr. Khan.
Dr. Khan could be... Oh, hang on, it's happening again. Hello?
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 Hello, yeah.
Hello, who's this?
Dave.
Hello, Dave. Sorry, you just... Well, I don't know what happened there. You disappeared.
My money was running out.
Oh, OK. Well, we've called you.
OK.
So you can finish any amusing stories you've got for us.
Finish that speech.
No, first of all, I want to ask you a question.
OK, please do.
Yeah. Is it true you got codemol with you?
Let me just check. I don't want to... I have codidromol.
Not codemol.
No, I've got codidromol.
Okay.
Is that disappointing?
No, because you were talking about it earlier and you said that.
Okay.
The tablets are pretty big.
Okay, well, this is not the funniest call you've ever done, Dave. Maybe your next topic will be more amusing.
Okay, so, all right then. What do you want to talk about then?
How about you getting lost? Is that a good idea?
Wait, okay.
There we go. Just remember, kids, during this song I will be taking prescribed medication. It has been prescribed by a doctor. Well, it's a nurse, actually.
Can this show get any worse?
Absolute Radio. Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Look at that, it's 7 minutes past midnight. Polly James is on at 1 o'clock, which is always... It is Polly James's evening, isn't it, Eloise?
Yes,
I think so. Always good news. So that Polly James is in the house, I believe is a popular phrase. Dave is in Claverley. Good evening, Dave.
You all right, Ian?
I'm all right, David.
Good. So you got your joggers on tonight, then?
I've got my joggers on. I'm wearing my joggers, yes.
Have you wearing a nice pair of brogues with them, or...?
No, I've got some white cons on, but they're quite new white cons, so they look pretty clean.
I always used to feel sorry for those kids, you know, when you were young, and they'd have their joggers on, and they'd have, like, some shoes on, slip-on black leather shoes or something with the tracksuit bottoms.
You feel...
man, I just wanted to get them and say, come on, mate, I'll look after you.
But you didn't. Instead, you'd go and beat them up, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Mock them senseless, yeah.
Please don't make me laugh, because I'm in such a delicate state at the moment. I really can't. I really can't.
Okay. No funny stuff, then.
No funny stuff, David. We should be fine from you. So what have you got for us this evening?
All right, well, just a little thing, just for my own research.
Yes, David.
You know the sneeze on air thing?
Yes.
Is that, like, just for the radio staff only, or... listeners have never sneezed live on air?
Oh, this is a fact that no one has ever sneezed live on radio.
All right, well, next time I call up, then I'll sneeze, because I can make myself sneeze.
Go on, then, do it now.
No, I haven't got the equipment now.
Well, what equipment do you need to force a sneeze?
Well, we used to do it at school, like, we'd sit on the back row, and you just get, like, a handkerchief, get it really kind of a nice wedge, wedge it right up as far as you can.
Up your
Twist it
nose?
around. Yeah, tickle it. Yeah, up your nose.
Okay,
yeah.
right. Well, I don't know how this works.
Yeah, and you just poke it up as far as you can and just tickle, like, the top of your nose, and you can make yourself sneeze.
And that will make you sneeze?
Yeah.
Okay, but
So
you
I'll
haven't
do
got the
that.
equipment this evening?
I haven't got the
It won't work. It won't work. I don't know what it is. This is a fact, and you can Google it and Wikipedia it. No one has ever sneezed live on the radio. It's never, ever happened. And there's something, I don't know if it's the radio waves that are being sent out. I don't know what it is, but it's never happened. And you won't be able to do it, Dave.
Well, now that I've given the secret away, someone's probably going to come and steal my thunder. But I'm gonna get the record.
Okay, well then please do. Give us a call maybe tomorrow and we can try it.
Yeah, sure.
Good, nice one. Look forward to it.
Right then, your best man speech.
Yes, David.
Cut out a lot of the speech by getting a projector, getting some old photographs of when they were kids.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
It really works well, you know. You can just introduce a bit at the start. Get some funny beds, you know, that's your thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, just...
It's got the lingo.
You know.
Yeah, and they always go down well, the slides, the funny slides. I don't know where... I did cross my mind, and I thought I've got to lug a projector around with me all day, and I don't know if I can be bothered.
Well, it's not as bad as saying that you're the best man for someone you have no stories for or don't remember anything of the past with.
I don't remember anything I've done. It's no disrespect. I don't remember... I couldn't write a best man speech for me. I don't remember anything I've done. Honestly, I've got no idea. But you think a projector is the way to go?
Yeah.
How about Dave, the other Dave that called in? His idea was to start by getting a spoon and a glass, hitting them together, then saying ladies and gentlemen, and then saying the name of the man and the name of the lady, and then doing some jokes.
It's a good icebreaker.
Yeah, forget the projector.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Okay, beautiful. We'll do that then. Lovely. Thank you for that.
Right, in terms of pain...
Yes, Dave. I bet you felt pain, haven't you?
Not half, mate.
Yeah, I bet you've lived it. How old are you, Dave?
36 next week.
Oh, really? I thought you... He's not, is he? I thought he was a boy.
I think he is.
Happy birthday.
He's got a little kid.
I've got a little kid. He's my first one as well.
Dave,
so, we're both pretty old.
What day's your birthday?
12th. It's on Sunday.
I tell you what, on the Monday, phone up and we'll dedicate the whole show to you.
I don't know. Go on then.
The Monday the 13th, it's Dave's birthday show.
Only if he phones up on the Monday.
Only if you phone up, it's Dave's birthday show.
I feel bad because you wouldn't let Eloise celebrate her birthday.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, she's an idiot.
Yeah, fair enough then. All right, I'll call.
What, Dave? I'm blocking his call.
No, Dave.
She didn't. She bloody put mine. Called me. What do you call me, Mark or something for the?
Look, you're lucky you had a podcast about you, all right? And I'm going to bloody keep it as Mark now.
Fair enough.
You see why I didn't let her have a birthday special, Dave? You can understand it, can't you?
Right, the pain.
Yes, Dave.
Come on, let's crack through this. The box browning up the jacksie.
Yes.
Oh, God, yeah. What it was, went to the doctors, had a bit of piles. When I was only like 28.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not 16?
I wish I was.
Okay, you got that youthful enthusiasm.
Well, I love the show. I do my research, you know, I've got my notes here. I'm out in the garden, next to the fire, it's freezing cold, so I don't wake up Stan.
No.
So...
That's your boyfriend's name, is it?
No, that's my little boy.
Oh, sorry, okay, so I apologise. Okay, right, okay, yes. So you had a bit of the piles, yeah?
I had piles, went to the doctors, because I had a little bit of blood.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to be careful.
That's why I went the first time. You worried that you've got something more serious.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, you know, he had a little look, nothing too bad, and he said, right, you just got piles, but they've told us recommendations, go to the hospital, get it checked out.
Get a camera up, yeah.
It's a painless thing. Didn't give me any details. Like, all right, fair enough, you know, I like to be cautious.
Yeah.
So I went in, expecting, like, you know, maybe a little 3-inch little prod up there or something like that. Yeah. He reeled this thing out. It was like a garden hose. And it was a good, like, metre.
It wasn't that, right. It isn't a metre, because is a metre 100 centimetres?
Yeah.
He never shoved a metre up inside you.
Yeah, but it went all around.
It didn't shove... listen...
You know, your intestines, like, curl around and everything.
Your intestines are 26 miles long.
Well, he went... You know, it felt like he went 27. But,
You could feel it on the back of your tongue. He didn't go listen, because I had a camera up there, and he 16 centimetres was as far as he went.
No. Well, I'm built different to you.
Oh, okay, I apologise, Dave, yes.
Take it out of me.
Yeah.
But, like, the camera, it's like it's quite small, but it blasts air out as well.
Yeah.
And that air blasting up, oh, God, the pain, and then driving home, it was all trying to get out. It was just, that was...
Did
that
he
was
do
bad.
the thing? Because the doctor did mine, and he said, right, OK, I've got it up a few centimetres. Now, on the next push, you might find this quite sexually arousing. Don't be alarmed. Did your doctor say this to you?
Nah.
He said, you might find this arousing. Don't be alarmed if there's a stirring in the old fella. It's where your male G-spot is. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's quite... And there was a little bit of a fluctuation.
Well, obviously, that's not your most painful thing then.
No, it was quite
quite
pleasurable.
To your hospital.
It was good. It was private, this fella. The one I had the camera shoved up was private. That made all the difference. Yeah. It wasn't private the other day. I wish I had gone private the other day. Blimey.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Another quick one for you.
Oh, yes, it's the Dave Show, of course. Yes, I forgot.
Yeah. All right, cut me off if you want.
No, go on.
Right, what's your favourite prejudice?
That is probably... And so we had to cut him off last time. I think we did. Yeah, okay. There's always... You get to a point with Dave and there's always a limit, and I think we found it there. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. I do know what the answer is to that, but I'm not going to say it in a programme.
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Speaking vaguely of The Apprentice, live from Studio 5, is that not the greatest television
I've only seen it a couple of times. It's really...
We can't stop watching it.
Well, it's really weird. Genuinely, when you're watching it, you start gravitating towards Melinda Messenger as by far the brightest person. I mean, she's not stupid, but like you're not used to being in any situation where you would think, well, Melinda Messenger's on the ball.
There's lots of Ian Wright just shrugging his shoulders, going, yeah, well, yeah.
Why is it? He just goes, yeah, well, there you go. What's that about? Huh? Ooh, 12-year-old boy wants a sex change. I mean, come on. What? Why? What is that? What is that? And it's that for sort of... And there's a lot of... When I've seen it, is it deliberate that you see a lot of, like, the floor manager sort of pointing at...
I think it's to make it look like it's a bit of a club. And,
right.
It's
not like it's just going wrong, because that's what it looks like. It looks like it's just going wrong.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be...
Are they told they're on air? Do you know what I mean? Because they sort of talk a bit like they're not. Well, there you go.
Go on.
So Kate Walsh, who was The Apprentice, the runner-up, who's one of the hosts.
Going out with Philip.
Yes, going out with Philip, Pants Man.
Yeah,
Philip, who I was really horrible about him in print. I wrote something really horrible about him. So she's in live from Studio 5, and I wrote a review of it, saying it wasn't the greatest programme.
You said it was ideal for vegetables.
Yeah. Well, it was like literal vegetable, like literally a bit of celery or something, in a bowl of milk, kind of looking at... But she twitted me. After she sent me a thing going, oh, not a fan of the show then.
Oh,
and I just felt bad because she seems like a blameless... But you wouldn't, like, if she was selling you something at a jumble sale, you wouldn't go, oh, you're a bit stupid, your stall's a bit crap, would you? You'd be a horrible... Like, I think to take that anger into the real world, I'd have to be psychotic. So what do you say? I didn't say anything. I was too shamed. Because what can you do? You can't... If you reply to her and go, oh, only a joke, then you're sort of doing it publicly. Because it's Twitter.
Yeah.
You're sort of doing it publicly. So what would you do? I just left it. And then that probably looks like I think I'm better than her.
There's going to be a time, surely, when you can't do this job anymore, when you do get too much of a conscience and you have met too many people to slag them off.
Yeah. Yeah, what am I going to do then? I don't know. Well, I know what I'll do then. I don't. What am I going to do then?
Jesus, genuine panic in your voice there.
Well, no, I've thought this a lot, because I've sort of thought, what I've done, you see, so what I've done subtly, what I'm subtly doing is slightly, so I suppose I'm doing kind of probably less TV criticism and more sort of general stuff, like news type things, or doing something like Dead Set where I'm writing something. So I'm probably going to go more in that direction.
Okay,
I reckon.
What's the best computer game system?
Well, you see, I like the Xbox 360 because everything's available for it. You see, and it's useful. It's easy to use.
Yeah,
it's like easy, and most things are on it, and it can do most stuff. I discovered the other day you can plug a USB key into it, so that was just yet another feather in its cap.
And what are you playing at the moment?
Well, I'm not. At the moment, I've got Uncharted 2, which is for the PS3. I haven't played that yet.
Apparently that's brilliant. So
I've heard it's
that, but I don't like my PS. I don't like the PlayStation.
I don't like it, because do you find you can't tell when it's on or off?
Yeah.
Like,
there's no clues to it. No noise, no lights.
It just goes bit, and and sometimes it comes on when you don't expect it to. The Wii does that as well.
Yeah.
Don't know if you've noticed that. It comes on.
I've not noticed the Wii coming on.
Yeah, it comes, then they come on and they go away. It's, like they know better than me when they should be on, which is frankly not fair. No, and I don't like, you have to fiddle around with the lead. Why is it just going to... you just want one lead. That's the one memory I take away from working in computer games shops throughout the 90s, is how angry I used to get about leads all the time, because 90% of my job involved pulling joypads and aerial leads out of drawers and trying to untangle them. And like constantly, even now, if I glance at, there's some leads I can see there coming from that phone, and that's making me quite angry. So I can't wait until everything is wireless. I think genuinely there'll be a lot less anger in the world when everything's wireless. You know what I mean? Like, when are you going to get like wireless, like electricity? They've done wireless electricity, haven't they? They've invented that. They've invented it. Wireless taps, that's next, and then we're totally wireless. And when you can, wireless toilets, so you can email crap. I've often thought that should happen. I don't know what I'm talking about, but don't you think? I mean, look how many cables there are in here, doesn't it? You don't have to. Somebody comes in and tidies these away, and look, they've clipped clips around them all, so they're all neat. If this was my house, this would be I'd be dragged in. You'd have been cutting me free. I don't. It's a genuine point. Do you not get angry about cables? How many cables have you got in your house?
So the book is... The Hell of It All. Yeah. Charlie Brooker. Yeah. It's out there. The shops. Dead Set's on DVD as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's just come out with a new cover. That's all. A new cover.
Have you done a commentary on it?
No. You see, we didn't have time to do a commentary. No, I'll tell you what it was, actually. Because when it first came... Sorry.
So I was wrapping up then, and now we're back into another 20 minutes.
Just quickly tell you that when it first came out on DVD, the DVDs were pressed before it had gone on air.
Yeah.
And they said, do you want to do a commentary? And I thought, well, no. Because what if it's been the biggest flop ever? And because I've seen that before on things where... I can't remember what it was, but it was a DVD of some series, and on the commentary they were going, well, here we go, it's episode 1, and well, maybe this was a big hit, you never know, maybe it was a disaster. And it had been a disaster.
Fantastic.
And then they just sounded like tits for the rest of the commentary as they're bothering to describe how funny it was the day that they had to find the costume for the man, and you just thought, I don't care about your failed project. And so that was why... being cautious, I thought you don't know what tone to strike. Because, you sometimes get apologetic commentaries. Anyway, I don't know what I'm babbling about. Sorry.
We can end now.
Yeah,
We've done 40 minutes.
I'll shut up.
Thank you. It's nice. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear listener, for indulging. That was Charlie Brooker. That was quite some time ago. I'm not at the top of my game this evening, so thank you for indulging me and allowing me to play that. He's fun, isn't he? And he was promoting a book. I thoroughly recommend you go and buy it. Whatever it was good. I know that much. We'll speak to... we've got some phone calls coming up after this. Crowded House. We're getting there. Holly James is on at 1 o'clock. It's not been... I've not been fully focused this evening, dear listener. I'm in pain, and I've just taken some painkillers, and so I'm even less focused, but perhaps slightly perkier than I was earlier on in the show. The last 30 minutes of the show. Andre!
Excuse me, Wayne.
Yes, could you turn your radio off?
Well, me?
Yes.
You ain't saying that.
You're always leaving it on.
Is that better?
Well, no, I can hear the radio.
What about now? You can't ramble now, can you?
Is this Harry?
No, this is, David Bellamy.
Who's Harry?
I don't know who Harry is.
Well, hang on, wait there a second.
Right, back to the phones. Harry is in Piccadilly next. Hi, Harry.
Hi there, Harry from Piccadilly Circus.
Okay, what did you want to say, Harry? This is about Diane's situation, isn't it?
Is that about the 16-year-old going out with the 21-year-old?
That's the one.
What I'd like to say really is I think her mother should try to stop this relationship.
But how, Harry? That's the point.
For the simple reason she must... Is she made or is she on her own that the 16-year-old's mother?
I don't know, actually. Diane doesn't make a... She doesn't tell
try
me.
and say or not?
No, she hasn't told me if she's
Because
married.
I think she'd interrogate him very well, or as much as she could, and then try and split the relationship for the simple reason a man matures at 21, but a 16-year-old girl is not really a woman.
Harry?
Harry?
What was that all about?
Ian?
Yes?
Let's go with a snip.
I don't understand what you're saying.
The snip.
Sorry?
The snip you had the other day.
What?
You said you had a snip.
Is he completely ignored the last 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Harry, yes.
I heard Harry.
Yes?
Yeah, but you had to go to hospital for a snip, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yes.
How did it go?
It was all right.
Was it painful?
Very.
Well, don't worry too much. But, what I was going to say, Eloise...
Well, thanks for that advice, Harry. That's...
Eloise...
Yeah?
Did you want to take a tweet to her tonight to the suburbs of Washington?
No, what I want to know is who Harry is and why he's giving sex and relationship advice on another radio station.
I don't know, but he's really clever, isn't he? But is Barry or Winnie there?
It's who?
No.
Barry or Winnie or Pamela?
No.
Well, none of them?
None of them are here. You can talk...
Mother Boiler's lovely.
You can talk to Terry.
Twilly? Who's Twilly? Hello? Hello?
Well, hello, Andre.
No, sorry,
hello,
my name's
Andre.
David.
How are you, Harry?
No, David.
I'm going to regret this.
Hello, you're going to regret this, Harry.
Pardon?
You're going to regret talking to me.
Why's that?
Be careful, he can make women orgasm just by looking at them.
Why do you think that? Harry?
Oh, that stumped you then, didn't it, Harry?
Oh, so I can't pronounce the name properly.
Just as bloody well I can look at you, Andre, isn't it?
How is it spelled, Harry? Is it H-A-Y-Y?
What? Your wife? Oh, I'm not looking at your wife.
Well, Harry, you say...
Are you pissed again,
Harry?
Harry? Oh, Harry, sorry,
Harry,
I thought you were Andre on another radio station, sort of pretending to be Andre, but whoever you want to be, sort of thing.
Well, Andre.
Do you want me to sneeze on radio, Harry?
What's that?
Do you want me to sneeze on radio?
See what I want on radio?
Sneeze. S-N-E-E-Z-E.
Squeeze?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Remember him?
Hello?
Hello?
Who's that?
It's Terence.
Sorry?
Terence, Terry.
Terry, hello Terry, how are you?
I'm very well. Oh, I remember you. You're my fellow stoner.
What? Do what?
You're a fellow stoner. Stonehead.
Yeah, oh God, yes, I love the hashish.
Of course. We shouldn't be mentioning this, but I think we're allowed to go so far.
Terry, do you prefer...
Do you know what? Let me just... if you conjure up in your mind something, if you consider, you could say, well, you're saying, so I'll have 3 grams of that. And it's there, and it hits you.
Yeah,
right.
do you prefer Terence or Terry?
Yeah, Terry.
Terry. Where are you speaking from, Terry?
Cardiff.
Cardiff? My God, I've never been there. I've been to Aberystwyth.
Oh, Aberystwyth is a bit of a piss place, mate.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
Oh, it is. I tell you what, mate. Too many students buying the stuff when you can just conjure it up in your mind and smoke away with a cigarette and then just enjoy.
What you're talking about doing drugs?
I'm not doing drugs, mate. All I do is imagine and it happens. And that's how imagination...
Oh, I see, you're barking mad. Of course.
Barking mad, of course. I don't come from barking, I come from Cardiff.
Cardiff?
Yes, of course. Well, I don't come from barking in Essex. I come from Cardiff in South Glamorgan, actually.
South Glamorgan, okay, yeah. And
okay,
you're really clever.
Actually, we like it, don't we?
And you're a really clever bloke, aren't you?
Some might say, but Ian thinks I'm crazy. But there again, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
But you think you're clever, don't you?
Not entirely, no. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sat here like a prat just talking on the radio. I'd be making money. No. Wouldn't I? But there again, that's me. Just a bit of advice for people. If they want to attain something, just thinking it happens. Say, for instance, you thought something like, when you're stoned, oh, I'm in heaven. Well, you're in heaven now, if you wanted to be. Oh, I shut you up.
Hello.
Where are you? Hello? 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 She's getting deeper and deeper. Ooh, there's
Barking is in London, not in Wessex.
Oh, it's not in Essex then. Barking's in London. Barking
in
man.
London.
Oh, can't find
Don't
out.
accuse yourself of being in Wessex with me.
Wessex, I would really appreciate.
Because you're in London and I'm in Wessex.
I'm in Wonderland.
Right, and all I'd like to say is to show a brilliant rap and it's can't get any.
We are Absolute Radio. Women want us, men want us too.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Okay, last 15 minutes of the show. Are you going to stay in there, Eloise?
I don't mind.
I'll take that as a yes then. Polly James is on at 1 o'clock. I've gone deaf in one ear. I've tried to blow my nose, but realising... this is the amazing thing. You don't know how much your bum is responsible for until you can't use it. So, blowing my nose, my bum is doing all the work. And so I've had to abandon that halfway through. I've got to go because I'm bunged up.
You have to do a squeeze.
Oh, it's a real half-hearted blow there. Oh, dear. So, bending down, your bum's involved. Sitting down, obviously, your bum's involved. But not just when you make contact, the actual act of sitting down. Standing up, your bum's involved. Reaching up, your bum is doing all... Your bum does everything.
Coughing.
Yeah, coughing, everything. It's there. I think it's the most important muscle in the world.
Yeah, it must be.
And I can't do any of this stuff. Jeez. Oh, well. I'm all bunged up now. 0330 123 12 15 is the phone number. The last 15 minutes of the show before Polly James comes on, we will take your calls straight to air. So that means that you will be doing nothing in that room if you stay there, Eloise. That's why I'm confused as to why you'd...
I just didn't even...
Stay
I didn't
there.
even think about it, but
So you're
I'll
gonna
come in. I'll come
Well,
in.
you don't have to if you don't want to. And obviously you don't want to.
No, it wasn't that.
I mean,
I
what,
just
are
didn't
you-
even think about it.
Are you MySpacing? Are you getting...
I've not even got the computer on.
No? Okay, you getting messages on your pager? What's going
I
on
haven't
in
got
there?
a pager, and I don't have a phone that works down here.
You got an iPhone now?
It's upstairs, so it doesn't even work. Can't get it to work.
Couldn't
I
get
don't
an
know how
iPhone to work.
use
And
it.
I came in, and the first thing she said was, "Oh, you come just in time. You can help me do the iPhone." And I looked at it for about 10 seconds, and it turns out that the bum muscle is the most important muscle when updating the program on a new phone. And I went, "You know what, Eloise? I can't.
So it remained broken.
I can't do this today. These computers are so rubbish. You won't get a modern iTunes.
I
on
can't. I don't know what to do though because
I'll take it home and do it for you.
Will you?
I won't actually. No, I would do if I were not feeling poorly. I mean, next week.
Yeah. Do I need? Will I need it before then? On that, I don't need iTunes before then, will I?
Well, you need it to up to... What were you trying to do to your phone then?
I don't even know. All I was told is you've got to plug it in.
Does your phone work?
Yeah.
Well, then you don't need to do anything to it. It's fine.
Well, it's all under my dad's name and stuff. I don't know how to change any of
Well,
it.
you need to phone up the company and say, this is my phone now. Can I have a number? Then you've got to sign up to a contract
I've got
and everything.
all that. I've done all that.
Well, then do it.
I have done it, but it's not changed anything. That's why they were like, you've got to plug it into iTunes.
Who said that?
The people on the phone.
Oh, well, then you'll need to plug it into... If the people on the phone have told you, then yes, that's exactly what...
Oh,
what
they
you-
haven't. I don't know how to do it. It doesn't work.
It won't work on these computers. These
I've
computers
got no
here
other
are rubbish.
option.
Buy a computer.
I can't afford one.
What I did, can I tell you what I did at the weekend? And I'd forgotten this. When I used to be off my face a lot, what I'd do is masturbate and shop on Amazon, right? And I couldn't do one of those things Your bum muscle's involved in that. So I spent a lot of time... I just ordered so much stuff off Amazon this weekend. Like, so much stuff. I don't... DVDs...
How is this relevant to me?
CDs, because it's me talking now, and I'm relevant to you. I don't know how it's relevant. There was some... The co-tramadol has kicked in now, and there was some relevance here. Anyway, I spent a lot of time ordering stuff off the internet. You should do the same.
Well, it's not going to help my situation of not being able to use my bloody phone.
It's not, is it? Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Iain, sir.
Yes.
And I just want to give a little shout out to Nicholas Offen. He's now just over 6 hours old.
Oh, well, is he yours?
No, he's my nephew.
Well, there you go. Congratulations. Being an uncle is one of the greatest things in the world. Line 4, you're on the wireless. Oh, okay, that's all we're going to get of that. That was nice. Thank you for that. I enjoyed that. Could have had a bit more. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. It's Mark from Crew.
Hello, Mark.
Hello, do you remember me the other night? The guy with the one nut.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my friend.
Yes.
I'm glad you had your op and it's gone well. I'm sorry you're in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it was for... Do you know, I'm really worried, though, that I'm going to strain so hard to go to the toilet. And I'm sorry this has been a very toilet-based show.
It's all right, mate. It's all right.
But I'm worried I'm going to strain so much that I'm going to rip it again.
Well, I'll give you the technical word for straining on the toilet. It's called frutching.
Oh,
so,
I've heard that, yes, I have heard that.
So, but anyway, I don't believe anyone... I'm quite surprised none of your male listeners have rang in.
Yeah.
The worst pain, apart from having a testicle removed and your rumpectomy, is catching the end of your old fella in your zip.
Oh,
now that's
yes,
pain, my
that
friend.
is not nice. And when you've done it so badly that you can't just pull it out, you've got to unzip the fly again to get it out.
It's like that sweet pain. You've got to think, I've got to undo this zip here now.
I don't know where you get the phrase sweet pain from. There's nothing sweet about it. It's horrible, one nut.
I'm a bit strange.
I suppose there's less chance of you catching stuff, though, when you're doing your zip up. Now, there's less going on down there.
Very true. But that is a pain to behold.
One nut. Thank you for that. It is an unbelievable pain. Line 6 from the wireless.
Hi, Ian. It's Darren in Dundee.
Hello, Darren from Dundee.
I'm just phoning to say hi. So, hi.
Hi. Goodbye. Let's try 5. You're on the wireless.
Good evening. This is the Patron Saints of New Wave and Alternative 80s. Didn't anybody tell that woman that putting them in a bin was very cruel for cats? It's cruel for cats.
Okie dokie, he's done a joke there. Let's go to line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hey, baby, what's happening? ¿Qué pasa? What's your pasta? Out here, you hippy-dippy weatherman, with all you hippy-dippy weatherman.
Thank you. Oh, let's go to the star of the Stephen Nolan show on 5 Live at the weekend. Yes, line 2.
Hello, how you doing, fella? It's Gary from Bristol.
I'm going to have to ask you to get to the question, Gary. You're taking rather a long time with Stephen Nolan at the weekend.
Oh, yeah, I was speaking to Andy Burnham.
I'm going to have to ask you to get to the question. I have to ask you to get to the question, Gary. You're taking quite a long time here.
The question was, why are you making the Labour Party into such a middle-class club, and how are you going to make it
that wasn't the question,
appeal to its core vote?
That was the question. Well done. That was
and also, I was on hold for like 40 minutes on Talk Sport.
Okay, well, there you go. And now you've been cut off on Absolute. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Mate. I told the call up to be me.
Thank you. 4, you're on the wireless. Hello there.
I've got a fantastic story to tell about someone's penis getting trapped in the zip.
Okay, let's hear about penis getting trapped in a zip.
Right, my friend at work, right, went into the toilet, went into the cubicle, zipped it up too quick, and it was trapped so much that he ended up having to go to the manager and explain to him that he had to go to A&E.
And where's the fantastic story about the penis getting trapped in the zip?
Pardon?
Yeah, okay. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Oh, my God, I really... 2, you're on the wireless.
My friend Daniel's making sexual advances at me, and I'm...
Okay, very clever. When it's surely the school holidays, they end. This is the last week, I think, of school holidays, isn't it?
No idea.
I think it could be. We could be back to normal rules next week.
Oh, yeah, it starts September, doesn't it?
I've asked John Ronson to come on the show as a guest. You know who he is?
No.
He's good. He's a writer. He's very good. He used to manage a band as well, but he's a writer. I've asked him to come on.
Cool.
I sent him. This is what I was doing. This is what I was doing at the weekend. I was off my face. Okay, so I couldn't do that. Ordering stuff on eBay, and then just like making advances to people via Twitter. So John Ronson, who I'm a big fan of, and I've met him a couple of times years ago. But I just sent him a message. Do you want to come on my show? It was like being drunk at a party. Do you want to come on my show, John? And he wrote back, yes, I would love to.
Oh.
And then the next day it's like, oh my God, what did I say? I've asked John Ronson to come on the show. But by coincidence...
He was happy.
But he's happy. And then a friend of mine said, would you come and do a show with me next week? I'm thinking of asking John Ronson to be on it as well. So I can then meet John Ronson and say I was off my face on drugs.
Did you ask anyone else?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
you
what I did.
Go back on your sent tweet.
I think I've asked some people. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
All right, Ian, do you fancy sing song?
Yeah, go on then.
Heartbeat.
Why do you miss when my baby kisses? Da-dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, da-dum, dum, fiddle. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know the rest of it.
No, I'm not sure of the rest either. Thank you for that. That was beat it out at the end there. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Ian,
yes.
I called up because I keep sneezing, and this is the way to stop.
Okay, lovely. He wants to stop because he knows that no one can sneeze on live radio. One, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian. Can you ask Miss Terry O'Meara if she will be my wife, please? Just quickly.
No, I won't. I won't do that. No,
it's not up to you to ask
I'm not
her.
getting involved. Well, it might be your mistress for all we know. Line 5. Turn it up! Turn it up! Oh, we couldn't hear that. Okay. If you're going to play audio down the phone, which I'm a big fan of, turn it up. Is basic prerequisite there. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Eloise, what's your favourite Nirvana song?
Frances Farmer would have her revenge on Seattle.
It's got to be Heart-Shaped Box.
Obvious.
Either that or Something in a Way. Should we sing a duet?
All right, then.
Something in a Way.
Okay.
Okay, I forget the, I just know, it's okay to eat fresh, 'cause they don't have any feeling. Na 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 na, 'cause the tarp has sprung in me, gone. Something in the way, something in the way,
Polly James is up next. Fingers crossed I'll be back tomorrow, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Ta-ta!